Jason, Clear Creek Farm. How we doing today? Today, this video is going to address a situation going on in the ABGA. So come along with me as I address that issue. So this video is going to address what's going on with the DNA system in the ABGA. As some of you may know, may not know, there is a lot of issues with the DNA system. As of right now, even after what was already put out there yesterday, I think it was, I got quite a few calls on it. The DNA system is still in effect. The rules that are out there are in effect. All bucks need to be DNA'd. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. That's what the rules are. This whole situation is they're talking about changing some of the stuff. Changing what are the requirements. It's all talk at this point in time. There's nothing that is going to happen until it's been voted on. Why is everybody putting out a bunch of information that is not true? One, all bucks must be DNA tested. Two, all donor does still are going to need to be DNA tested. If you want to register them animals, or if you don't want to register them animals, they still need to be DNA tested. That's the only requirements as of right now. They're talking about adding new guidelines, I guess it is, about DNA testing. What is my opinion on DNA testing? I think as of, let's say, X date of January 1st, 2022, all kids that hit the ground should be DNA tested. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. If it's planning on being registered. Percentage, whatever else. It don't matter. Full bloods, percentages, but we need to make sure that we have in our system that from that day past, so 2020, 2019, 2018, whatever, none of them animals are going to come back. Them does are not going to come back and go back at the breeders or different people in the association. That's not to protect the people that's been doing the shenanigans that's been going on for years. Of paperwork being missing, paperwork not knowing exactly what's going on with them animals. But we have to start somewhere. As of this time, as of this video being recorded, there's no way for UC Davis to go any lineage previous to what's already there. So we only have buck information and donor doe information. Previous that, there's no information. So we cannot hold that against any breeder that had animals on their farm if they did wrong or if they didn't know they did wrong. There's times when there has 30 or 40 animals hit the ground all on the same day. Some are percentages, some are not. They just go by what animal, what kid linked up with what mom. Was that their mom? Who knows? But in the same incident, we need to have something going forward. This is all talk, trying to figure out what do we need to do as an association. That's all it is to find out what we need to do as an association. There's a lot of things out there that are basically myths. One of the myths is ABGA makes money off the DNA system. That's not true. Actually, it cost the ABGA to do the DNA testing. In the long run, it does. And this is why I say that. Yes, if you go through UC Davis, it costs you exactly the same to order that DNA test through UC Davis. Yes, you can do that. If you didn't know you could do that, you can. Get your own DNA test from UC Davis, never even deal with ABGA. And when you get that DNA back, you can actually send it into ABGA, and it gets put into the system, just like if you ordered it through ABGA. Okay, now let's say why I say ABGA loses money for every time they do a DNA test. One, the system ain't the greatest anyway. Having UC Davis, because they're one of the best DNA companies out there, doing the DNA testing is great. But they're not efficient. That's the biggest problem. They're not efficient. Where ABGA loses money when we take and order DNA tests through ABGA is me. I go online. I order the DNA test. It goes through ABGA. They send it off to UC Davis. UC Davis sends the information back to ABGA. Then they send it out to you. That's where it gets lost in the translation to everybody, that it don't get back to you. But where we are losing money as an association, we are paying somebody in that office to do that paperwork. If you order it through UC Davis or if you order it through ABGA, we are losing money because they're not making no more than what UC Davis charges for that DNA test. That's why we lose money on the DNA test. So for all these people saying, oh, ABGA just wants to make more money, has nothing to do with ABGA making more money. And I hate to say it, ABGA needs to make more money, because that means there's more money for us to do stuff as an association. So for you guys that all want to complain, ABGA is all about making money. Every business is. Yes, it's a non-profit. Yes, we have employees sitting down there in Texas that does work every day, that makes sure the paperwork gets done. Has the last year been tough? Yes. But it's been tough on everybody. As breeders, as the members, as the people out here doing their day-to-day job, it's been tough. But to say that the ABGA is only out here to make money is wrong. The ABGA is, even if you don't agree with what the association is doing, the ABGA is out here to better the goat industry. Good or bad, yes or no, should there be things that should be done? Yes. But as you, as a member of ABGA, what are you doing to better the association? Are you one of them people that are out there saying bad things about the association? How they're trying to screw you? If you are one of them people, you're not doing nothing to better the goat industry. Like it or not. Do I have my criticisms for the ABGA? Yes. But at the same time, am I willing to call down there to the office as many times as it takes me to do in one day to get a hold of somebody to give them my opinion on what needs to be done? Do I reach out to board members, not just in my area, but to board members across the country to tell them what we should be doing to better the association? Do I think there's breeders out there, some of the major breeders, that try to get by on things that they've done in the past? Yep. Do we have board members that are not willing to speak up because they think that they're going to be criticized in the industry? Most definitely. Do we have a president right now, part of the the president of the association? Is he afraid to speak up against these big breeders because he thinks he's going to get the wrong information or the wrong results, or somebody's not going to like him? Who knows? Have we really heard from him? No, we haven't. So I just want to wrap up real quick. A couple things that need to be done to fix this association and make sure this association keeps on growing for the future, for everybody in this industry, as meat goat breeders, as show industry. There's a couple things that need to be done. We need to have a board that's willing to speak up against people in the industry. Speak up on what's going on in the industry. Speak up what's going on the board. Not trying to backhand slap somebody that they don't like, they don't agree with. They just need to tell the truth. Like anything going on in government or in the world. Speak up, tell the truth, talk about it, and let people know what's going on. Another thing that could fix our industry and help our industry out a lot is to have a president or a media person that comes out on a monthly basis and says, hey, this is what's going on in our industry. This is what we have talked about at our board of directors meeting. This is what we are doing. This is what we're not doing. And what's your guys' input on them. But thank you guys for coming along for this little rant today. And see you on the next video.